Hello there, Scorpio. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, bringing you your monthly reading for September 2021. As I get started here, as always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck, and the energy is popping for you guys, I have to tell you. So, word that comes in for you, definitely feeling the word present for you this month, okay? In terms of being present, creating a new awareness as you move through some of these things this month. I do feel it will be a month that will move quickly for you because you're going to have a lot going on. That's really what I feel. So, as we get started here, the energy, the cards were just falling everywhere. So, I've got lots of cards here for you. So, as we look at the week of September 1st through the 11th, we have the King of Cups at the beginning of the week with the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Now, these three cards, they came out together, all right? So what I really feel with this is you're in a bit of a juggling act, and I feel like you know something is wrong with a situation, but you really can't explain it. You can't really put your finger on it at this point in time. And you're trying to act as if nothing is wrong. And so that creates more of a dilemma internally, and it's so much more effort for you to try to just maintain, okay? I feel as though part of you doesn't care about the situation. Part of you is like, yeah, whatever. I feel like it's a don't be surprised if I leave type of situation. Don't be surprised if, you're not going to be surprised if something doesn't come out exactly as you had hoped in terms of that. So I feel like you're being realistic when you look at the situation. I feel like there's someone around you that is being shady, okay? And I feel as though, even though you're feeling maybe as though this isn't going to turn out exactly as you had hoped, and even though you're expecting it to not turn out that way, it's still going to hurt your feelings a little bit. So just be mindful of that, and be mindful of, allowing your feelings to surface and acknowledging them so that you're working through them properly, okay? As we move toward the middle of the week, and the end of the week, I feel as though we have here, the Knight of Cups with the Five of Cups with the Death card. Okay, now all three of these came out together as well. So really feeling with this as though you're going to maybe be resisting that change, resisting the movement, right? Where there's action that needs to be taken, things you need to do to move forward, but I'm feeling as though you're going to be resisting that motion to go and do those things, okay? I do feel like you might feel a little bit overwhelmed, overburdened, right? Like a 10 of Wands feel that was at the bottom of the deck at that point in time. Maybe you have perhaps grown through this process. Maybe you've been feeling like, yeah, I've come out of my shell. I've done a lot of my work, and maybe there is perhaps someone that has been the reason for that. Maybe there is somebody that has drawn you out of your shell, per se, right? And that's a good thing. And I feel like, maybe initially you were one to kind of do the hands off, right? Like, take a hands-off approach when it comes to things in terms of relationships, work situations, and you will give guidance when necessary, parenting, maybe even you'll give guidance when necessary, but you have faith and allow others to be responsible for themselves and to come to you if they have issues, or to come to you when they need to communicate with you things that are going on. And so I feel like in terms of coming out of your shell, that's really what has happened, is now you might be taking less of the hands-off approach, but maybe taking more initiative and communicating your needs. And I think this is necessary. So when you see that Death card, it may not necessarily be one that is welcomed, because it does bring in a change or a transformation. And I think this is looking at you in terms of how you process your emotions or how you communicate your feelings, right? And so when I say coming out of your shell, I think maybe just a little bit less introverted than you usually are, right? So moving into the 12th through the 18th, definitely feel like a Tower card type of feel for the middle of September for you, so please don't be alarmed. But we have the Chariot card and the Star card and the Seven of Cups, they came out together, okay? So really feeling as though here, looking at this situation, I feel like you might be harboring a little bit of resentment, okay? Maybe about a situation or a person. There is some things that you thought you had gotten over, you just haven't really released, you just haven't gotten over. And so I feel like at this point in time, this month, a little thing could set you off, okay? Just the littlest thing could set you off, all right? And I feel as though you might be feeling feelings of unworthiness, or you could be feeling, maybe that's reversed, right? Maybe you're feeling like this other person might not be worth your time, right? It could be bringing up some self-esteem issues. So I feel like the energy in the middle of the month, you could feel like things are starting to fall apart a bit, right? Because you could be toying with the idea of the fact that you deserve better, right? When you're looking at all those seven cups and everything that comes with it, I feel as though you're allowing yourself to daydream a bit or contemplate about what might also be available to you or realistic for you to achieve, or what might also be out there and available to you in terms of, you know, what you want out of your life, what you desire, and where you want to go with your life, and what path you want to take. And I feel like I was shown like a rope. I feel like sometimes you feel tied down, sometimes you feel constricted, sometimes you feel like you don't have those options, right? So, but now that you're allowing yourself to daydream a bit, it's about releasing some of those constrictions, and some of those things could be relating to your self-esteem. Maybe you don't believe that you deserve those things. Is that something that's coming up for you? You have to kind of challenge some of those beliefs as they come forward, right? You know, I feel like it's really symbolic to the fact that, you know, it's a fallacy. Those are fallacies, right? We have to, they're mistaken beliefs, things that are ingrained into us by, you know, things that have happened maybe, and then we kind of start to adapt to what's happening around us. So society kind of, you know, tends to get to us, right? Or maybe it's things we learned growing up, right? And so we have to really reflect on some of those things so that we can release them. If we don't, we're already done for, right? We're already dusted. We're already defeated. And so allowing yourself to release some of those things, that rope can also be symbolic, very symbolic of allowing yourself to create a ladder with that rope and then climb it, right? To climb to new heights. And that's a beautiful story here for you, right? You have a lot more possibilities available to you if you're allowing yourself to even just acknowledge that, right? The first part is to just be aware that they're there and to acknowledge that they're there. Acknowledge that you have the ability to achieve those things. It's what you're doing with the rope, right? Are you tying yourself down, limiting yourself with those beliefs, or are you untying that rope, you know, with those beliefs? Are you untying it and then starting to, you know, rope it rung by rung and then start to climb it, right? Because you can get yourself to a space where you are achieving those things that you never thought that you were possible for you. And that's an amazing thing. So beautiful energy. Even though things you might feel like are crumbling around you, that bottom of that tower is, that foundation is rock solid, because who you are at your core isn't going to change, right? You are still you, and you are still a beautiful soul. You have the ability to overcome any of these difficulties, even if it doesn't appear, you know, like you can at this time. It just takes a little bit of time, one day at a time, one rung at a time, right? Okay? So the 19th through the 25th, we have the Three of Swords first and foremost, okay? This is more of a disappointing energy to me for you. It doesn't feel like an actual, like, oh, devastating heartbreak. So that's a good thing, right? What I feel with this is, I feel like somebody went out of their way, they went to great lengths, right, to say things to hurt you or to upset you, okay? And I feel like, you know, it was like a torch that was shown to me, like, burn, right? You know how they say, like, they burned you And so that's what I feel like happened. And I feel like it's really important for you at this time, in terms of handling this situation, to never let this person see you, or these people see you cry or stumble, right? Okay, they want that to happen. They get satisfaction from that. And so, in terms of allowing, if you're letting that get to you and you're letting it affect your ability to manage day to day, if you're letting that affect your ability to feel, maybe you're feeling more constricted by what they said, right? Maybe you're feeling like, yeah, they're right, I can't do it. Maybe they are saying, maybe they're feeding in your ear, feeding you those things, telling you can't do those things, right? Telling you can't achieve those things that you want to achieve. That's what you have to kind of back away from. Start to use that as they bring you that energy. Know that that doesn't define you, and then you can then take that energy, channel that energy, and use it to then achieve those things that they say that you can't do. And it's a very beautiful skill. And and allowing that to not get to you, I know that that's a lot easier said than done, but understanding that you have the power within you to transmute that energy, knowing that, and then channeling that into something that is for a greater good for yourself, that is where your true power lies. So stepping into your power in that way. Then we move into Two of Swords here. We have, it looks like somebody's blindfolded here, needing to make a choice. That's really what this Two of Swords says. Now for me, I don't really feel as though you're going to have to be making a decision. When I look at that, I feel like this is more of like erase the past or erase what happened, right? I feel like you're going to need to give this person a reason to change their view about you, right? And I feel like it's going to come in the blink of an eye. And I snap my fingers when I say that, but I feel like it's going to happen in the blink of an eye. I feel like what you say or what you do, it's going to happen out of like a snap decision in the heat of the moment, maybe in a conversation, in an argument, a heated discussion, I should say, with this person or something like that, where you're going to use quick wit and you're going to make that choice for yourself. And what you say or what you do, you can't take it back. And that person in that moment will have a redefining of their view of you. Okay, so just be mindful of that when you do make decisions, or when you are having those conversations, that you can still stand in your power and understand that you don't have to react to the situation. You can still stand in your power and be kind and express, and I know that that's a lot easier said than done too, but I do feel like however that turns out, it will turn out how it's meant to turn out. Okay, so just be mindful of that as you navigate that. I do feel towards the end of September there, at the end of that week of the 19th and the 25th, we get into energy here with the 9 of Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like the situation's going to turn around for you, because I feel like all eyes are on you. People are looking to you to make a good decision, to make a good choice for yourself. And as you do that, I feel like a turn of events. So these people are looking up to you. There's people looking up to you, and as this transpires, I think that there's going to be a turn of events in which this person or these people will start to look up to you in such a way that they will be like eating out of your hands, just like that 6 of Pentacles, in terms of they'll be relying on you, right? They need you. They need your knowledge. They need your expertise. They need to look up to you and use you as like a role model in terms of how they model their behavior going forward, or something to that effect. So I feel as though the tables will turn, things will reverse, and you will not be made out to be the villain like you might be feeling like at the beginning of the week. Okay, so just hang in there, and I feel like things will work out for you. Moving into September 26th through the 30th, we have 3 cards here. The King of Pentacles, with the Five of Pentacles. Someone's getting left out in the cold there. And the Page of Wands, okay? With this, I'm really feeling the word foolhardy comes through with this one. So someone making some reckless decisions, you know, making quick decisions, right? I feel as though, you know, what I'm seeing is like somebody's extending their hand out to somebody, almost to take something from them, right? I feel like they're overstepping their bounds. I feel like what they're doing is like a complete reach. It's a reach. It's a stretch. They're pushing the limit, so to speak, right? And I feel, you know, maybe in the past you have helped this person. Now it's their turn to help you. Maybe they're just not entirely certain how to do that, or vice versa. Maybe, you know, you have in the past, you know, they've helped you, or, you know, vice versa. Anyways, so I feel like it's about communicating, though, right? I think it's really important for you, Scorpio, to communicate your needs to this person, or your desires or expectations, right? You don't want somebody to be overstepping their bounds in terms of what is acceptable to you. So, you know, I feel like there's that, right? You want to create a boundary, but then also you have to also be able to accept help when you need it, okay? When it's necessary, okay? So, because maybe you've helped them in the past, and now it's their turn to help you. What that does for somebody else when they're able to reciprocate that to you is really, really good for them as a person, for their soul, for them to feel like use, you know, like that they're of use to you, or that feels good, right, for their self-esteem. So I think that that's really important. Not only that, but it balances the karma out a little bit. So in whatever way you feel as though you can allow them to help you, even if it's just a little bit, great, do that. If they're doing too much, it's okay to set that boundary, okay? So that's really what I feel with that for that week. Overall advice for you, Scorpio, we have the Fool with the Ace of Swords. All right, so I feel as though you're going to be coming into some sort of a realization, and I feel overall it's going to happen by being present, right? And so this new awareness is going to develop for you. And that's where it is saying, listen, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again, okay? I feel as though you could be coming to this realization and then making some sort of an announcement about it, or, you know, being open publicly about it, or open with your family and friends about this deeper truth or understanding or perspective that you have about yourself. I do feel it is going to be about yourself, okay? And I think it's important too that you not let anything or anyone stand in your way, all right? And in terms of achieving that for you, I think that this is very important. So beautiful read that you have here for you, Scorpio, for the month of September, and I do so hope that this resonates for you. And as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, don't hesitate to hit that YouTube subscribe button, so that you're in the know of all of the amazing content as it is released. As always, if you have another Scorpio that's near and dear to your heart, please don't hesitate to share this with them so they can benefit from the message as well. If you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. Down in the description box is the Square site, and you can book your own reading with me, and I will reach out to you. As always, I will be back with another read for you again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.